Hello, hello, all you beautiful people out there. Welcome. This is the top 5 new comics for June 29th and 30th of 2021. I am, as always, Chris. And let me say this week, a particularly tough week to pick 5. I really wanted to extend this out to like 7 or 8 because that's how awesome this week is for books. But this is the top 5 new comics for the week, not the top 8 new comics for the week, so I trimmed it down. So if you were not on this list, I apologize. Your book is awesome, probably, and it was just a tough one this week. But we're going to start with Beta Ray Bill number 4. This is written and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson. I have particularly loved this book. Prior to this, I got into the Daniel Warren Johnson book late. I read issue 1 of this. I really loved it. Checked out some of his older stuff. But I'll say, like, he's just been doing an awesome job on a character that, while I enjoy, I never in a million years would have thought that I would love a solo book by this character. But here we are. And we've got Beta Ray jumping into the depths of hell to try to retrieve a new weapon that he can use after the destruction of his hammer, the Hands of Thor. Really, really like this book. To anyone out there that wasn't sure about the first issue because it had a King in Black tie-in logo on it, as much as I enjoyed King in Black, I thought that did this book no justice. I mean, it's as much a King in Black tie-in book. I mean, by name only, in the fact that, like, Fing Fang Foom shows up and he's kind of controlled by Null, but it's like 4 panels and then we move on. So don't worry about that. Just check out Beta Ray Bill. It's a lot of fun. And after that, I've got the United States of Captain America number 1. This is written by Christopher Cantwell, Josh Trujillo, Dale Eaglesham, and is drawn by Dale Eaglesham and Jan Bazaldia. I am so excited for this series. I've seen or listened to Christopher Cantwell talk about it a few times, and at its heart, what it seems like he's trying to do is just 4 buddies getting on their motorcycles, going on a cross-country trip. It's Captain America re-exploring America and discovering things along the way. And yes, there's a purpose. Somebody has stolen his shield and he has to go get it back and fight for it. But at its core, it's just a road trip comic. And I love that not only is Steve in here, Bucky's in here, Sam's in here, and then we've got the U.S. agent as well joining along. I just can't express how excited I am for this book. I'm such a huge Captain America fan, and I personally have been not thrilled with the recent ongoing series, and I really hope that this gives me more of what I want. And I like the little thing at the end there, too, where he's going to go town to town, and he's going to see how Steve, Captain America, has inspired people to do better and inspired people to do things in their own community. And he's going to meet these local Captain Americas who are people who took inspiration and decided to do things the Captain America way in their little town, their hometown. And these are people from all walks of life. We've seen the headlines. There's going to be one that's an LGBTQ character. There's going to be one that's a Native American. I don't care about any of that. As long as we delve into these characters well, give them justice, and do something interesting with them, that's what matters at the end of the day. And the fact that we're also going to include some people with different backgrounds along with it is just the cherry on top of a great story. So I'm hoping that's what we get. I have faith that's what we're going to get. After listening to Christopher Cantwell talk, like I said, you can check out interviews he's done recently on different podcasts, and the dude seems to get it. He seems to understand why people like me love this character and why we want something like this to really bring him back to just being Captain America. and not the guy who used to be the guy who was controlled by Hydra. That was a good story. I love that arc. I like that event. But we're far enough away from it. We don't need to keep dwelling on it. We can just move on and just do Captain America again. So here's the hoping. I'll be the first one there. That'll be the first book I read when I get home that day. So I'm sure you're going to hear my thoughts on it right away. Now that I've gushed about that, after that, we've got Crossover number 7. This is written by Chip Zdarsky and drawn by Phil Hester. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, that's right. This is a one-shot story that Chip and Phil are doing in between story arcs of the normal Crossover book by Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw. Personally, I love this because not only am I a big Donny Cates fan, but I'm probably just as big of a Chip Zdarsky fan. He's one of my favorite writers in comics. He's just so fantastic. And this story is the story of what happened to Chip Zdarsky in this world. We found out that Chip was dead or missing in this world. We don't know where he is. So Chip's going to tell the story of what happened to Chip in the world of Crossover. It's a cool idea. It's a fun idea. I'm really excited for it. I think the Crossover has been one of the breakout books this year that I can't gush enough about. I feel like anybody that reads comics and is into the week to week, month to month cycle of comics, this is the book that we've wanted and that we've talked about. And it's come to life, and now it's been just awesome. So I'm definitely going to be picking this book up. You can't tell everybody, I'm really excited about this week's slate of comics. And after that, I've got Barbaric number 1. This is written by Michael Moreci with art by Nathan Gooden. This is just it's a weird, wacky idea. I'll start with Michael Moreci. I am a fan. Wasted Space is a really fun book that everybody should check out. And his other book, I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. He's done some stuff with Marvel. I think he's done some Star Wars stuff. So he's done some Star Wars Adventures stuff. He did a little bit of Superman. He's been around. Roche Limit's the other series. He also did Roche Limit, which was 3 individual miniseries: Roche Limit Clandestiny, and Roche Limit Monadice. I'm probably getting that wrong. I love those series. It's like a crime noir future space thing that's really cool. I think he's one of these guys that not a lot of people know about, but that's going to change very soon. And from the hype I'm seeing, Barbaric might be that book that really gets some eyes on him and maybe gets him some more work with the big 2, or just gets him to where people want to check out more of his stuff. Like I said, it's a little bit of a wacky idea. It's a barbarian character. He fights, he slaughters, he does things, but he has a weird demonic talking axe that goes along with him. It's kooky, it's weird, it's fun, it's violent, it's everything that comics is and should be. And it's coming from the people at Vault Comics, who are just really breaking out this year, doing some really cool stuff, partnering with some really cool people, bringing out some very unique ideas. This kind of reminds me of a few years ago when Aftershock hit the market and really did some big things with like Cullen Bunn and Stephanie Phillips and some other people. And we're just basically taking on the ideas that nobody else would take and saying, let's see if this works. And that's the beauty to me of comics, is let's do the things that nobody else would do, and let's do the fun things that nobody else would do, and see if they work. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but I think this one will. Like I said, Michael Moreci has a track record of making some good comics, and hopefully everybody check this one out, and hopefully you love it. Hopefully I love it, and it brings you into his library because I think this is going to be a blast. And yeah, good stuff. And then we're going to end it with Parasomnia number 1. This is written by Cullen Bunn with art by Art-Andrea Mutti. Parasomnia. So, I've said it before, I'm a big Cullen Bunn fan, even though I'm not a big horror fan, which is weird because Cullen Bunn does a lot of horror stuff. But first of all, like I said, love Cullen Bunn. Love Art-Andrea Mutti's work. His art is it's weird. It's one of those guys that after a while you start to learn that you just love his style of artistic storytelling, because even if I didn't necessarily go to his books because of him, I love the books that he's on, and I'm pretty sure I've read everything he's done commercially in his career, because whenever I think of Art-Andrea Mutti, I think of all the titles he's done, and it's just really cool stuff. And this one in particular, like, it's got a bent where it seems like there's a time travel aspect to it, where there's something going on in the past that's implementing the future, and so on, and back and forth. And one of the books that Andrea did in the past, I know the author has had issues, but it was a book I really loved. It was called Rebels, and it was all about the Revolutionary War. And it seems like he's kind of channeling some of that art he did for that book into this a little bit, and some of the sequences. And I'm really excited for it. It's coming from Dark Horse Comics. It's a relatable story in the sense that it's about a man whose son disappears, and then finding out that he's in this like nightmarish zone, dreamscape, whatever it is, and there's some sort of cult involved, and he has to find his son through all the fog and all the bullshit, and it's all about that journey. Another thing that Cullen's doing that I'm really enjoying recently is I'm pretty sure this is a 5-issue series. So all of his books currently are going in kind of a series of a mini-series style, 5-6 issues and done. Maybe we come back, maybe we don't, but we tell one story and move forward. So I just can't express enough. I think this book's going to be a lot of fun and really good. And if anybody's doing good horror right now, it's 1000% Cullen Bunn. So everybody check that one out too. So I apologize, this is a long one. I'm sorry I had to gush a little bit on some of these books because this week, like I said, was tough. But the books I did pick, I'm just so excited for. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you are enjoying these videos, make sure to thumb up down below, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below to let me know what books you're most looking forward to. And remember, everybody, to check out the podcast, Fortress Comic News. We have a couple of interviews coming this week. I'm sorry I forgot what interviews we have this week, but they will be up soon, and they're going to be a lot of fun. And make sure to check that one out as well as the Bat Friends podcast, and of course Club Valiant, where we're reading through all the Valiant comic works from the recent relaunch, starting at Volume 1. We are going to be on Volume 4 here soon. I'm sorry, yeah, the fourth episode, but it's actually Volume 1 of Harbinger that we're reading. So that's a lot of fun. Doing really cool stuff. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. Thanks for watching. See you here soon.